All right, so where is Google Classroom and how are we going to start using it? Let's first start off at our drive. I'm logged into the Dubinoff Teachers Drive, the one we all use for the store and cash out and report cards. And you can see here that I have across the top some folders, Film B, Miss Kata's Biology, Kata, Miss Davis. Here's where I store all my physics work online. And in order to get to Google Classroom, we're going to go up to what I call the waffle there. I think other people call it the waffle. It just looks like a waffle. Click on that, and up pops all this stuff. If you scroll down, you can go to Google Classroom. Click on that. It's going to open up an area for the classroom. You can see there's a couple of classes here. Some are empty. This one I just did to play around. This one I was showing Kata how to do it. This is my physics class. If you want to add a class, you just go up to this button and it'll say join class or create class. And of course, for creating your classes, you click create class and you go through those steps. We'll do this one. Go ahead and say, click on this. We don't want G Suite currently. We may move that in the future, but it's a little more complex and requires remembering more usernames and passwords and having a third email address on top of the two we already have. So click the box, continue. We're going to call this example class. We'll say section B. We'll say subject example. We'll say room, I don't know, I'm in the office right now. Ooh, I'm in the office. I'm going to try and spell office properly. We click on create. You can see that it'll open up slowly, eventually, a new class where you can go in and put in lessons, materials, and questions. You can select a theme, you can upload a photo, or you can click here and make it all pretty. I have this class there. That looks all really nice. I like that. That's my class theme. Notice here you have a code. This will be the code you will give your students to log in. All of our students will need to have a Gmail account of their own. Hopefully they would choose their own name when making their own Gmail account. Knowing our kids, who knows who's going to log into your class. But we give these codes to our students either through email or over the phone or through our website so that they can log into our class. And I spelled class wrong. All right, well, I'll edit that later. This is what happens when I do these things real fast and I'm not paying attention. And go up to here. I'm going to go back to classes, Miss Davis. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to edit that. And I'm going to say Miss Davis can't spell when she's going really fast. Boom. There. But let's go into my physics class and I can show you what that looks like. Here is the stream. The stream is where you can have announcements for your students. They can see what lessons and assignments are upcoming, where they can see what you've recently added. Most of our students are probably going to do best just to go to the classwork tab here. They're going to see everything delineated by topic and by assignment. And here I have put up several chapters of physics that I have prepared for the coming months. Here are the 2 chapters I assigned the last couple of weeks. In order to create a topic or a chapter, I go to create, I click on topic. I forget what the last one I did was. I'll say chapter 26, which I believe is something about waves. I can always edit that later. And now I've got a new topic here. I can pick that up and I can drag that down to the bottom of the screen. And it's going down, 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 down. I put a lot of work up. It's good that you can put a whole bunch of stuff up at once if you're prepared to do it. Sorry about that. This takes some time. My computer's a bit slow right now. So I've dragged that down to the bottom. What does a class look like? Here is the class on liquids. And if I open that up, you can see that I have added the text. Okay, you just add and select the text. So here is chapter 19 text. The students open it up and here is the text for that chapter. They can read it. And when you go down, I've posted an assignment. Their assignment is they need to watch parts 1 and 2 of the lecture. I've assigned it to all students. Here is the first part of the lecture. They can click on the video.
All right, chapter 19, part 1, about liquids.
Okay, and they can watch the lecture on video I have ways, this is something somebody else recorded, but I have a way that I can actually turn my slides into lectures and continue with that. Here you can see I have assigned new material. They don't have to do anything beyond watch these videos. So instead of an assignment, I made this material. So here are all the support videos I wanted them to watch that supports the material. Scrolling on down, here is an assignment they have to complete. It will let me know when each student has completed this assignment. Now, I have PDFs. They're probably going to either have to print this out or answer on a separate piece of paper. We are still sending stuff home with the drivers, so of course they will have a copy of this sent to them that they can write right on. Thank God we have the van drivers to drive those things to the kids. Scrolling down even further, you can see that I've actually asked a couple of questions. The questions tend to be at the bottom. Here is a question. With this question, it'll open up. It has a question that they can view. What determines if a submerged object will sink or float? When they go back, they can watch the video, and the video will have bits in it that will answer the question for them, and they can write that down right in their assignment. That comes to me.
Please understand that weight is the gravitational force between an object and the planet.
These videos I found online over the years, and I already have them at my fingertips. Now, you can create assignments, you can create quizzes, you can create questions that they answer online. You can create material. Say I wanted to add something to my new chapter 26. So I click on create. If it's just the text, I'm going to just have it be the material. I'm going to say chapter 26 text. Click on here, description. Please read first. Now I'm going to click on add. I'm going to go to the drive. I've already uploaded tons of physics stuff that I've been using throughout the years. So I'll click on the drive. I'll go to my physics folder, go to my chapters, go to my chapter 26. Here is, oh, I don't have the text for chapter 26. I have to upload that. I should have the chapter, let's pretend this is chapter 26. So here is chapter text. Click on that. It links the PDF right to the assignment so the kids can access it. I go to the topic. I click on chapter, remember we're supposed to be in chapter 26. I click on chapter 26. I don't have to do a due date or anything. Boom. After I do this post, I'll go back and I will put the right text up there. So chapter 26 text will be down there. I didn't make the screen big enough for you guys to see that. Let's try another one. Let's go to an assignment. Okay, so we'll put this again in chapter 26. Where did it go? I should be able to get to the topic here. Oh, I see. Boom. The picture of me is actually in the way. But I would click chapter 26. I'm going to add from the Google Drive. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to my drive. Back to, this takes a while. I hate that you have to go through all of these to get to your material. I'm going to go back to chapter 26. I have the exercises, so I'm going to say chapter 26 exercises. Please complete once you text. Can't print. Boom, and I'm going to assign points. This is going to be 100 points. This is going to be for all students. I'm going to go down, click chapter 26, which I can't click because I put my camera right in the middle of there. Oops. But then I will say, instead of students can view file, I want to make a copy for each student. That way I get an answer when they all go through and do this. And then I would click on assign, and it would assign that. I clicked no topic here because I can't get to chapter 26 from here. So that's how you do assignments. If you wanted to create a question, you could just click on question. You can say short answer or multiple choice. Okay, so what if I wanted to do this for multiple choice? And let's go back to chapter 23, change of phase. How about that? And I would say, let's see, what is evaporation? Which is a pretty simple question. And then option 1 would be when water changes phase. And I'm going to say water. I'm going to say when a substance changes phase from liquid to gas. And, ooh, wow, my typing is horrible. Liquid to gas, I'll add another option. I'm going to say a cooling process. I had it right the first time. Cooling process cause when heat energy is added to a liquid. I'm going to say when water condenses on your cup. There we go. And that's all my options. I would put that, I would check a due date. That section is actually a bit in the future, so I would say there, no time. All students, I could just pick a couple of students to ask that question to if I felt that some students needed a little extra review. I'm gonna give it some points and boom, ask. That actually is a pretty horrible question to ask. Usually I'd have a video to go with it as well so that we have some backup for them to review before they answer the question. You can see here I have one, what happens to air as it expands? There's a video. I can add lots of questions. I haven't put any quizzes up yet. I'm not majorly into freaking our kids out with quizzes when they're home. I can grade them on this material. I can use my questions as quizzes. I can add maybe a quiz every 2 sections, or you can add a quiz every section. Now, where do we get some of these materials? I get a lot of my stuff on YouTube, Arbor Scientific. I have a physics simulator here that I have the kids go to. You can see they can do here, and they can play around with different waves and see what happens when they switch all sorts of factors in their waves. I have a whole bunch of things you can find online. Here's IXL, which is a really good thing for math. They can get lessons and skills to practice for different grades. You can link to IXL right from Google Class, so the kids will click on the link in their Google Class and then they can go practice those skills. YouTube is also a really good resource. If I go to our YouTube account here, this is the teacher YouTube account, you can put on your own playlists. Here's Physics Chapter 21, here's Physics Chapter 22, here's 23, here's some biology videos that are up there that are all streamed. This is Living Inside the Body. For some reason, Jazzy has created a bunch of, that's interesting. Let's not create these for the kids, yeah? Oh no, this is actually jazzy music. This isn't so bad. But maybe we should keep that kind of thing off. But we have, here's Conceptual Academy. You can create playlists and link right to the playlist. You can find videos and link right to the videos. But we want to make sure that we're creating all sorts of different content for the kids to access, because they're not all going to be able to read. They're not all going to be able to answer really long exercises. So we can find other stuff that they can do and practice and still be learning at the same time. So another thing is, I know a lot of people using Teachers Pay Teachers. Just download those videos and then you can upload them into Classroom. So it's a basic start off. We're going to need to play with it a bit before we get into it. It'd be a good idea to just explore your options as to what you can create for your students online. But I think this is a good way for us to go because we don't know when we're going to be back in the classroom. Eventually, we should be using Google Hangouts, and then we can meet with our kids online. We can set a date on the calendar and the kids can all log in at that time and we can meet.